So I got to ask what's going to happen with the Buffalo Bills. That's my team. Everybody was talking about it. What will happen without Diggs? They will definitely draft a new receiver. I think it was one of the best moves. They had no choice. The guy didn't want to be there. It wasn't working. They had found ways to keep losing. I've been on a Bills forum where I was talking on Facebook. They was asking Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. And there are diehard Bills fans who are going to always downplay Mahomes and blame the refs and say this. I said, look, Mahomes is a smarter quarterback. Now, Josh Allen may be as talented, may even be more talented, but what does that if you don't get the job done? One man has 6 straight AFC championship appearances. Let that sink in. That's half the Bradyville right there. 4 Super Bowl appearances and it's got 3 chips, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. That's a career. That's a lifetime. That's legendary. Josh Allen, 6 postseasons and 6 different ways to lose, which they have. Outcoached, outplayed. First time losing to Jacksonville, we was happy to be there, but Blake Bortles just did sandlot football runs. The next year, you lose to Houston, you have a lead. Deshaun Watson escapes an incredible sack, comes out, wins the game. The next year, you lose to Kansas City AFC Championship game. Stephon Diggs with the iconic looking across at the festivities. The next year, Josh Allen plays arguably his peak prime best football. You lose in 13 seconds. Mahomes hits Tyreek Hill. You know what happened. They changed the rules for overtime after that. That was 4. Then we get to, but that was pre Diggs, the Prairies too. But the Kansas City era one onward. Then you get the beat down against Cincinnati at the crib, and Diggs is mad at Josh on the sidelines because he didn't see him. Then we get to this past year, Kansas City at home. Diggs did drop that pass, but Buffalo has to get retooled in the secondary. I still say Sean McDermott's butt should be on the hot seat. You got to have a right coach to coach ego. People don't understand the Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, Belichick, Tom Landry. Certain coaches got to know. Joe Torre. You see successful coaches understand ego and balance. Dusty Baker did it too. Tom Lasorda did it. I'm talking about across different sports. Have to understand how to coach ego. When you have superstars, you have to coach them a certain way because you don't teach them the same way. Like Jimmy Johnson said, my superstars and my other guys, there's a big gap. What I'll tolerate from my superstar and other guys is not the same. Remember that. You have to understand where you got and what you have. And I think the Bills have downplayed Josh Allen, the superstar, but they have to utilize that. Or you keep becoming a sidekick to a sidekick. I was watching First Things First. Nick Wright says the bronze medal because that's what the Bills are. They're not near gold. They're not near silver. They're in bronze because there are tiers to this. If you don't win and then your window starts to close, you've gone to one AFC championship game. Let that sink in. You'll win the AFC East. You'll have flags on your pole. But are you going to be like them? Are you ever going to be the way the Oakland A's used to be? Or are you going to be the Billy Ball Oakland A's? You know, where they used to actually go with talent. They went to World Series and they did win one. They lost, but they were competitive. Or are you going to be the Billy Ball era where you're good for the season and then because you're cheap, you get knocked out early? So the Bills got a lot of questions. I think this is probably the most important era of this team because Josh Allen and Sean McDermott both are on a hot seat if they don't deliver this year. And all that talent and to be a top 3 or 4 team and to waste, heads are going to roll if they don't go at least to the AFC Championship game or beyond. I think you got to go deeper because I can't think that you can keep tolerating this. Not as many options because you know Houston's getting better with C.J. Stroud and they got Diggs now. You still got over Kansas City being the champs because that's a mountain that's way up there by its own self. Mahomes is like Tiger Woods. Everybody else is like Phil Nicholson, but they're more closer to Sergio Garcia at this stage. Hype and no trophy. And VJ Singh was in there too. You got to worry about Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, 2-time league MVP. He's only going to get better. Got the AFC Championship game. Joe Burrow's come back with Cincinnati. Keep your eye on Cleveland. Okay. That is that in Pittsburgh too. That in the whole North could be for the best division in the NFL right now. Miami's there, but can they play in the cold? And what can they do beyond? But they still an offensive force. Telling you. So we got to get in where you fit in. You know the West might be interesting with the Chargers and the Raiders. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, and of course, Jacksonville will be interesting too. It's going to be The AFC is very top heavy. Hope the Bills are ready. We'll see. But I think between head coach and quarterback, this is your make or break. Because if you mess this, if you don't do what you're supposed to this year, heads are gonna roll, and nobody will be safe. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shitter if you like. I'm on. Peace.